The word content creation is not new. Content creators have been there, especially with the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, and have been producing content alongside producers and directors for over 5 decades. We did it, we called it news, we called it programs, and we created many stars who became household names locally and internationally. But then a group of young people just came up, patients. They said, we're bored, we're restless, sitting at home all the time. When we're in our rooms in school, what do we do? When we're having lunch with our friends, what do we do? Yes. A stroll on the road should not just be bare and empty. And they began to make use of their phones. Some said they were bold. Some said they were confident. True. But I said that they were restless and they were able to take risks. Yeah. And it's paying off today, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. I mean, Nigeria in recent times have experienced a surge in content creation. I mean, so many Nigerians are looking that way, especially now that content creation is looking like the next cash cow. Yes, people are cashing out. And then many organizations rather advertise their products and services through the platforms of content creation. What's this thing about monetization? Who should create content? What exactly is content creation? And how do you sustain? How do you get an audience and sustain an audience? I mean, don't bother answering, because that is all what we are about today. It is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. My name is Patience Eloy Abba. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is Weekend Deal, your favorite weekend show, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. This weekend, it's all about content creation. Who exactly is a content creator? It's just an individual who produces content with the aim to inform, educate, entertain a specific audience, and that can be done via blogs, videos, podcasts, and so many other forms. Now, to set the tone for our conversation today, and of course to start our conversation, is our backgrounder as put together by Francis Ogbe.
Nigeria's creative industry, encompassing music, film, art, fashion and media, is one of the country's fastest growing sectors, contributing significantly to economic growth and cultural influence.
Take your shameless, irritating selves out of my house now before I change my mind.
The mainstream sector includes Nollywood, one of the largest film industries globally, alongside the thriving music industry, which has produced global stars like Burna Boy, Davido, and Wizkid. Building on this foundation, content creation has emerged as an impactful component of the creative industry, involving various media forms such as videos, blog posts, podcasts, music. The list is endless. I will never leave your side. Through these various art forms, Nigerian content creators share perspectives, entertain and educate, often reflecting the country's rich culture, language and societal dynamics to connect with both local and global audiences.
Content creation is the process of designing, producing and publishing relevant contents and products that are able to attract and compel people to like a product. Mostly unique in nature, mostly adaptable in nature, and sometimes empathic. Creative economy can be subdivided into like two different kinds of processes. One digital creativity, content creativity, and also cultural creativity.
Because I'm going to miss you.
Over the years, Nigeria's creative industry has seen a shift from traditional forms of expression to modern digital platforms. Today, content creators such as Mark Angel, Emanuela, Tauma, and Brother Shaggy are some of the early faces of Nigeria's digital content industry, using comedy to address social issues with humor and creativity. Digital platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok have democratized creativity, allowing more people to create and distribute content without the backing of a major production house.
Technology has really assisted them, and this technology has to do with digital technology, which has made information dissemination like real time, even from a one room. You can, with your innovation and ideas, you can create a content or a skit or something or a product that can attract eco dollars.
Platforms like YouTube and TikTok offer monetization opportunities through brand collaboration, sponsorships, and viewer donations.
In monetizing, you have to find a way and work for global reach by making use of the information technology channel. You have to, as much as possible, try to be original in what you do, in your productions. You have to guard against plagiarism, in what you're doing, so as to be able to attract followership. You have to think of collaborating with players in the industries to be able to learn the best practices.
Despite the potential for growth, Nigerian content creators face numerous challenges.
Having a cultural and creative industries development fund, one is able to assess once a particular innovation or creativity is identified. It's easy to support such individuals or such groups to perform or produce more.
As more Nigerian creators enter the digital space, they amplify Nigeria's cultural voice globally, contributing to a positive narrative that highlights Nigeria's diversity and creativity. Our focus, therefore, on Weekend Deal today will be on Nigeria's creative industry, content creation.
Great to always listen to you, Francis. You really take it to the heart of the matter. You go in depth. And good thing you have furnished our viewers with relevant information for them to follow our program today. It's the deal, the Weekend Deal, only and always on the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, every Saturday and Sunday. Guess where we're going next? We're going to Lagos. This is the city of excellence. Do they also have excellent content creators there? Lagos Network Center, in fact. Please, take it away.
The creative industry is a legitimate and impactful sector that has shaped and enriched different aspects of the economy through creative arts, journalism, music, sports, film, and more. It contributes values, inventions, and innovation that create job opportunities and enhance community life. Over the years, the creative industry has evolved, developing and improving content for digital platforms that serve as a backbone for customer engagement.
Content creation for me is like trying to create life into visuals. It's like telling a story through, just getting different angles and putting everything together, getting different types of emotions and putting everything together to tell a story. You can actually create a really nice story with your iPhone, creating content for a wedding. I'm telling you guys, like, content creation has like broken barriers lately, especially for Gen Zs that are looking for opportunities. Many of us don't actually have that niche to actually do a 9 to 5. Trust me, content creation might just be that one thing you actually really need to do.
One of the most important aspects of content creation is maintaining high quality visuals and audio to strengthen a brand. Content can come in many forms, including podcasts, skits, and films, among others.
I always prefer you to use your phone, a good phone, because of your picture quality. Because when your picture qualities are good, when you have a good picture quality, it draws audience. It helps the social handle you're using. Is that the blue app or whatever you're using? It helps that app to attract people to come and watch it.
The future of content creation is promising as the industry embraces new trends predicted to shape its direction in the coming years.
If you know you are a new content creator, the young ones that are coming in, it's advisable to do a 3, 4 minutes, 5-minute videos. But we that already in the game, we have the platform. You get it? I don't like doing video less than 8 minutes. So if I want to do video, I will do from 8 minutes, 10 minutes. But the younger ones that want to get the audience, 3 minutes is fine. People are not finding it easy anymore to come and watch the national TVs. Everybody's always on their phone. You coming from your house, you're on your phone checking what is trending.
Remember, you can position your business today as a valuable resource for marketing strategies that attract financial rewards through content creation. It's essential to avoid inappropriate content, including pornography, racism, discrimination, hate speech, and any material that promotes hatred or division.
Okay, just welcome back. You know that beyond Thelma, I'm sure you are guessing that beyond Thelma and I, we have company. It is time for us to dig into our conversation proper. You know how we do it now. We start with profile. Our first guest that I have the honor of introducing is someone who is a businesswoman. She makes yummy things. She bakes crispy oven, and she is a content creator. Let's see her profile, and then we can meet Chioma. You're welcome to the Weekend Studios.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Gypsy, great to see you. Many have heard of you, so they can see you live. There are other content creators we get to meet live as well. One of them is Rasheedat Salisu. But if you've heard about September 28th, she's the one we're talking about. An influencer, a businesswoman. There is more. Her profile will share.
You're welcome to the Weekend Studios. Thank you. Now you say that influencers, oh, they use filters, so they are not that pretty. You people are fine.
Thank you.
Let me put it out there.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm touching you, and I know you're a beautiful woman. Okay, she's not the only one here. There's a guy here too, and he's a content creator. He's a fashion designer, and he's been doing this for some time. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome to the Weekend Studio, Nesto Elia. How do you call that name? Eliezer Aligwe. His profile.
Still, Nesta, we applaud you and your ilk for your ingenuity and creativeness and your ability to take risks. How did it all start?
Okay, for me, content creation began following modeling journey. So I started off as a model, and I enjoyed the pictures that were taken of me, and I like to tell stories. So content creation for me goes beyond just making a video. It's also to tell a story that passes a message positively and impacts people. So my content creation comes from a place of trying to express myself, trying to tell stories, and if I can't write it, I can make a video about it.
Young Rashidat, tell us your story. How did it begin for you?
Well, I started content creation in uni, but it wasn't professionally. I found out that I loved taking pictures, I loved to dress up, and days I didn't have lectures, I'm going to buy clothes.
Okay.
I just love how I love my personality. I have confidence. But at the time, I didn't know it was content creation.
Okay.
Because I was still in my teens. I feel I don't want to be in a box. I don't want to niche down to just be this person. That's why apart from being a content creator, I'm also an influencer. There are two different things.
Tell us about it.
We'll come to that. Come to that. Let's hear, Chipsy. She was the first in. Let's hear from Chipsy.
She doesn't make me so hungry.
We said different areas about content creation. But what some wonder about is when you start putting yourself out there, what are the first feelers and feedback you get? How does it make you feel? Is it always good at the start?
You're a baker, I'm a baker. And the next thing you are looking for is something unique. From my page, I can show you how I made that masterpiece, like step by step. If I have time, I do it myself. If I'm running out of time, I want it to look more professional, I hire people who do it and get paid.
Really?
Yes.
And you also get paid?
I've gotten paid from my clients to do the job. So it's how I exhibit and how I execute. That's what really matters at the end of the day. And to keep people glued to the page, you have to give something interesting. Because the world has changed where you just say, okay, I'm doing cake and that's it. People want to hear a story. People want to watch something. People want to feel like they know you. So
you haven't told us a story. For example, you tell us a Chipsy oven story. What would it sound like? What would it look like?
Chipsy's oven story. It's built from hard work. A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. Like, I literally woke up till 4 a.m. this morning and I knew I had to be here. So it's if you hear Chipsy, you just imagine God's grace on someone's life and a lot of hard work. That's Chipsy's oven.
Amazing.
So that's my own story.
Amazing. Okay, let me go back to Rashidat. I like you, right? So
I know.
Coming
I
back.
like it too.
Coming back. Okay, so Rashidat.
Yeah.
How did you grow an audience? How did you get people? Yeah, there are a lot of people who are doing the same thing you're doing on the internet, on that space. There's a lot of competition on that space because it's an all-comers forum. Once you have a phone and a ring light, you are doing it. So how were you able to build? What are you doing differently, and how are you able to build an audience?
I have been able to build an audience by just being myself. I don't try to fake it. What you see is what you get. I'm natural. I don't try to be who I'm not. So I feel like if you're like that, well, it works for me. If you're like that, people will just like you for who you are.
So there's no off limit. You're going to tell us everything. If you accept breakfast, it already breaks your heart. You're going to come and say, yesterday he broke my heart. Are you going to do that? No, I'm thinking. Are there things to keep private, or is everything we are going to be saying?
No, of course, there are things I keep private.
Oh, okay. Here we go. There are things she keeps private. And
so it's not just what they say; it's how they say.
How they say.
There are some things you still keep back.
Yeah.
But you make the world believe you are telling them everything.
Yes.
So it's that make-believe world that entrances us and makes us want to keep watching.
Sometimes they don't even know that they don't know me.
For real.
Yes. There are some influencers that, if they are to create content themselves, you will not even like it. So that's why they pay people. So it's fine. You're just using your name if you look at it from the other angle, they've actually built their own audience in that light. Yes.
Sure. Like what Pella and Davido did over the weekend, and they had huge followers. I mean, people were live.
And the week before was Pella and Kiss Daniel.
Kiss Daniel,
yes. Kiss Daniel, that's another one.
The week before. That was what was trending.
And it's really when they drop their singles, they want someone who is creating content, who have the audience, and then they go there and they do magic. It's magic as far as I'm concerned. And millions were made online.
But you know what's interesting? These entertainers, we would have said they've hit the mark. They are very successful. Whenever we hear a Kiss Daniel, whether it's singing in any language, people will run there. But they are still doing more. So they want to go beyond 50 million. They want to get to 100 million. But you know, we've left Nestor of the God Clan, out of this comfort for quite a bit. Nestor, tell us about this earring. Is it part of influencing or creating content or modeling? What part of your journey witnessed this accomplishment?
Call it an accomplishment. I wish my mother saw it like that. So the earrings, I actually had 3 ear piercings and 2 nose piercings, but I took them off. I took
Nestor of the Gold Class.
Well,
what is all that about?
For me, I was still finding myself in that period because being in the modeling space, I just told the story on Instagram like 3 days ago. I heard a lot of modeling agencies and event organizers tell me, even photographers, you don't have the face to be a model. You don't have the face to be on the billboards. You don't have the face to be on the magazines and all of that. And to be honest, I'm not the person that will hear you tell me no and I will sit down. Nah, your no is not my no. And permit me to say this, I am very, very conscious of my upbringing in a spiritual house. So my mom is not the person that will tell you, oh, because I'm your mother, I say do this, you must do it. No, okay, I said this, but what did God tell you? Because if you fail, it's not going to be on me. It's you that have your life with God. So she once told me, I'm a pastor, but you cannot rent my relationship with God.
Wow.
So you need to find your own relationship with God. And coming from that kind of background, right, I do everything based on conviction. Even when I got a piercing, everybody was like, you're a pastor's kid, should you do this, should you do that? And my mom was still coming back to tell me, you shouldn't be doing this because of, I was like, what do you want? Which should it be? Should I be a child of God or be a pastor's kid? Because if I'm a child of God and I'm at peace with having these piercings and God is not judging me, I don't see why you guys should be judging me. I was doing something out of the ordinary.
You were trying to become an enigma.
Yeah, I was trying to become.
Like,
But the funny thing is that I didn't.
You can lay your hands on to make yourself more interesting and make people want to know more about you.
Yes, it worked for a while,
that's a whole lot we're going to go into. But our second break beckons. The conversation is still baking in the Chipsy's oven. Don't go away. It's yummy. We'll be here.
I hope she brought cakes for us.
You know, after all said and done, you're creating fun. You are having fun, creating fun for people and keeping them happy 24/7. What is in it for you? Some started small. They were just bored or they went to take a risk and put themselves out there for the entire world to see. But at some point, were they asking themselves, how much can I really make from this? As we touch down in Jos now, we get to learn more about monetizing content creation.
Nigerian content creators are making names for themselves and getting paid for their creativity.
Yeah, true. Nigerian content creators are churning out content, rich content, and of course they should smile to the bank. But let's bring it home. They are here, so let's talk to them. Rashidat, talk about monetization on various platforms. How do you get paid, and at what point do you get paid? I'm sure there are so many young people watching you and saying, I want to also create content and make money.
Yes.
So take them through that journey.
Okay.
When did you receive your first check?
I received my first check 9 months after I started.
Okay.
That was how many years ago?
That's 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I was doing it before. And then there was a time I was not like, oh yeah, I want to do it now professionally, because you just don't dive into something. You have to learn it.
Okay.
And besides, I'm self-taught. I didn't learn it anywhere. Yeah, I took myself through it intentionally for a year before I dived into it fully. Because I don't want to give things that are not good.
Yeah, you wanted your content to be top notch.
Yes.
So how did it feel when you got your first check? How did you get it? So was it they just call you and say we are going to pay you?
It was actually a friend. It was actually a friend that believed in me.
Okay.
Yeah, and she paid me.
She paid you for the content.
She paid me for the content.
Okay.
I wasn't surprised. What did you create for her?
I created a fashion content for her, and she got some of the items were sold.
And she paid you. How about the monetization on various platforms? Like I heard that Facebook can pay you, Google can, YouTube can pay you. How do you get paid? TikTok can pay you. How do you get paid by this platform?
I haven't started getting
paid by that
especially Nigerians. Sometimes it's very hard for us. And if you do not have really large following, yes.
You might not get okay. Next time you got class, tell us about the tools of the trade. You know, there's different, we see quality content being created. We see people with talent and content, but the outcome is not top notch. Perhaps it's because they are learning. And you tell us about going to courses online. Rashida is self-taught. So how do we marry the two?
It was natural for me. People enjoyed watching what I made because I don't know why. I would say it's grace, but people just enjoyed it and they felt I was good at it.
Make something for us. That's the next thing. Okay, people like you are going to content create now. 30 seconds, not too long.
30 seconds, right? Let's do something. So I didn't come with my
your ring light.
I don't need a ring light.
You don't do that.
So this is how it starts. So now I'm talking. Right now I'm at NTA and I was asked to talk about content creation and doing it freestyle like Rashida, right? And then the study part. So what I was saying again, I took all those courses just to help myself build myself. And sorry, what was the question again?
I said the courses you took take you to the next level.
Okay,
but
yes.
you answered a lot of that. It was not for you to create content. I'm creating content with Nestor.
Yeah.
Nestor is an NTA. NTA began content creating
over
50 years ago. And today, we are the product. After NTA, come the influencers.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. You have something to say?
That's the truth. Yes. Okay. Content creation. Okay. I'm going to goof. But you see, it's part of content creation. If I say the wrong thing, it's still content. That's the thing. Anything I do, we are NTA, we are content.
You can never go wrong.
You can never go wrong.
All right, guys.
Okay. Now, I'm going to come to Cripsy now. We all hear that one of the challenges that content creators have is burnout. You know, you're producing content every day. You're doing business. You're running your home.
Like, see me now.
So tell us about getting burnouts. How do you re-energize and push yourself for the next content?
Okay. I'm going to answer this according to what I do in my day-to-day life. Yeah. Okay, like, if I'm making a video, I'm doing something and I'm making videos and I am tired, I'll take a day out, you know, but bear in mind, in a day I can make different type of content. I can save it, I can edit it, I can even send some to someone like Rashida now who eats my money. Sitting down here, you know. I'm like, okay, I made those videos, could you help me put them in place? I don't have time to do that right now. And as the day goes by, I just keep releasing day after day. Probably I made all those videos in one day, you know, but I'll just release day after day, you know. Then when I'm burnt out, I also do lifestyle. Like if you check on my page on social media, for instance, if I'm traveling out of the country, I record all of that because I love to go for cake classes. I love to travel abroad, like when I can afford it. So if I'm doing any of that, I make videos, and it's exciting to followers to see, oh, this is what. So some people when they talk to me as if they were there with me. Like, oh, remember that time you went to? I'm like, oh yes, oh you remember. But obviously it's because they watched it on social media and all of that. So it's if you're tired tired, I think you should rest if you're tired.
It may even help us sometime. Next time I'll come to you. I've been told to go to Kohol. He has something about what she's talking about. But there's this feel you get when you're watching people enjoying life. Even if you are not in a good mood, you become happy.
Yes,
that's why the minute you guys came in, we started smiling the more. We are happy to see you.
We're happy to see you too.
And I know Kohol was quite happy to dig into your lives. He went into your private lives to know more about the nitty-gritty of content creation. And he's talking about the future. Already they've carved a niche. No one saw this coming, but they did. Young, restless, bold, energetic people. Kohol, what else did you find?
Across Nigeria, millions of young people are picking up their phones and cameras, capturing their stories, sharing their experiences, and shaping the narratives around them. From skits to short films, podcasts to blogs, content creation has exploded in popularity. But what's driving this trend?
The inspiration has been there from the onset. You know, like started acting from theater. You know, loved entertainment, loved music production. So it was easy to just join up with content creation. So the inspiration came out of love for entertainment.
All the time that you scheming. No capping. What happened? It's no scam.
But the rise of content creation goes beyond creativity and self-expression. Social, cultural, and economic forces have come together to propel this new digital economy.
When putting out a content, you have to be extremely creative about it. You need to use it to pass positive messages. If you check so many content online, you see at the end of the day, it's putting out one message or the other. Forget about the ones that want to just showcase women's these. Most of the times, you see somebody that is fed up, somebody that wants to do something negative, somebody that has concluded in his mind, if this is no work as planned, then me, I go steal. And then a particular content pops up and the person watches it and be like, okay, in this content at the end of the day, this person was messed up and I'm not supposed to do this. No, it will just reshaping your mindset. You laugh, you get the message passed and you learn something from it.
Hello, Barrister Laiwola. I'm so sorry, please. Ma, that is case for police, not lawyer. Thank you very much. Hello, yes, Hello, Barrister Laiwola on the line. Sorry, ma, I can't take your pastor to court because your miracle didn't happen. Thank you. But madam, you that bought dog in traffic, how did you reach home and now realize it's cat?
The economic potential of content creation is undeniable. According to experts, the global creator economy is worth billions, and Nigeria is quickly becoming a key player.
I give kudos to every content creator that is out there. Even the ones that are just starting, they are employing a whole lot of people. You know what it takes? It takes you need a manager, you need a camera guy, you need an editor, you need when people see content, they just think it's just maybe you see Sabinus's content, you just throw all the accolades to Sabinus. Bro, if you know the work that goes behind the camera before it comes out to your phone, you know that a lot of people are employed.
Okay, so today I'll be taking your state and capital. So we have 36 states.
Who want to see the capital?
It's you people want it.
Why?
Because you need it in life. You need to know your state and capital.
You don't have another thing to teach us. It's the only state and capital they taught you in school.
Nigeria's content creation landscape is thriving, but it's only the beginning. As more young Nigerians discover their voices, tell their stories, and build careers in digital economy, they are creating a new narrative, one of innovation, resilience, and limitless potentials.
you come and break something. Don't break up with me because I'm not your mommy. You're still going. You will not enter.
The studio is live. We're having conversations. You know, when you have content creator as your guest, you know what will happen. So we're talking about burnout. When you're stressed, how do you distress as a content creator? She told us she takes time off, and then I'll go to Nestor. Tell us, how do you distress when you burn out? How do you burn in again?
I like the fact that you said that. When you burn out, you burn in. You have to burn to shine, right? So the only person that can set you on fire is God. So that's my resource, and that's my fallback. So every time I feel like I'm having a burnout, yes, my body needs rest, and God made our body to rest. Even He rested on the 7th day. So it's just find what is rest for you. For me, what rest is for me is, as funny as it sounds, going to an empty apartment alone, creating content there, that is stress relief for me. Like just staying 2 days alone in a space where I'm creating content for myself, that is not talking about anybody else, that is stress relief. That's not necessarily rest, it's stress relief. Now the rest comes when I know that I have done what I need to do, and I have also fulfilled my duty with the brands that I handle their social media pages, and nobody is going to call me to say, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. That's when the rest comes. There's a difference between sleep and rest, and I learned this after I had high blood pressure the first time.
Oh wow.
Yes, the doctor told me he treats more young people. Sadly, he and his wife had to leave. They are both doctors. They had to leave Nigeria because it was not good for them. He said he treats more young people for high blood pressure than he treats older people, and the medication is expensive. Imagine being given an injection to sedate me to sleep for hours. In the sleep, unconsciously, I stood up on their bed and I just looked around, looked for my phone, and then I went back to sleep. He was like, you're sleeping, but you're not resting. He said it's
I'm just hearing that for the first time.
He said it's two different things. You are asleep, but you're not resting.
Well, are you resting now? Are you resting
right now? I would say
resting now?
I am resting.
Okay.
I am resting. I found, like I said, I found my space in God where I leave things. Because the things that bother me are my work and everything. So now I consciously make efforts not to take jobs that I cannot handle. I need money.
Oh, definitely.
I need the money, but as much as I need the money, I need my peace of mind and I need my rest. So it doesn't matter how much you're paying me. If it's going to make me get stressed, no, I'm sorry.
We need to go to Sokoto when we come back to talk with Rashida. You know, Nestor, the God class, has found a way to rest, found a way to sleep, as I'm sure Rashida and Chipsy, that name just does something. And the name would have been all the more amazing had we seen some amazing cakes and bakes.
I'll send
on the house. Good one. There are challenges and setbacks sometimes, but like we've come to learn from this amazing group, it's all in a day's work. But let's find out what Sokoto will add to nourish our conversation. Sokoto, the floor is yours.
Everyone, welcome to Nathan's World.
Nigeria's content creators are navigating an increasingly complex environment. Access to fast, affordable internet and reliable power supply remain a constant battle.
First of all, I use my laptop to write the script, so I need electricity. Second of all, for the voiceover, it's either if you go to studio, if there is electricity, they pay you, you pay them the normal rate. Else, if they're going to on their gen, you're going to pay extra charges. Thirdly, the network issue. We really face a lot of challenges when posting our contents and when replying to comments, and sometimes we don't get to know that there is an emergency. Sometimes we'll say we're going to post a video by 8:30. Maybe we create an advert video for an original video that we're going to release video by 8:30. That particular time we'll be having network issues, so we'll not be able to post the video, and people will be there waiting. And at the end of the day, if you post it, there will be comments coming after that. You don't fulfill your promise. We've been waiting since 8:30, so that's really discouraging.
I do face a lot of challenges, especially when the service is down. The network usually goes down. Sometimes I have to work overnight and schedule my content to post the next day, and sometimes I have to postpone posting the content for almost a week because of the network issues and also light issues.
Despite these setbacks, Nigerian creators are pushing boundaries, exploring new topics while navigating the fine line between creative freedom and censorship. The rise of social media has brought new challenges. For many content creators, trolls and cyberbullying are a constant companion.
When you have negative comments, it's not easy. It really brings your motivation down. I've had a few negative comments, and the one that really got to me was when somebody said, "Why am I letting my hands show in my picture?" And I was kind of offended because I don't even know her. She doesn't know me. She said the pictures don't look nice. I should just snap my pictures without showing any of my hand. So, and I was trying to do the human touch, put the human touch into my images.
Nigerian content creators also face a growing problem, protecting their work from theft and piracy.
To be able to create one video as a poet, you need a background sound. And I must admit that we are not that advanced enough in Nigeria, or at least in northern part of Nigeria, to create our own background sounds. So we have to download background sounds on YouTube or any other platform. So some of those background sounds have copyright. So sometimes you put a lot of effort, you create an amazing video, amazing script, put on hard work and dedication to get it done. At the end of the day, you post it on YouTube or on TikTok or on Facebook, especially on TikTok. They will take down the audio part of it. At the end of the day, you'll be only left with the video or with the visuals, which is not actually making sense. They will remove the audio part of it. And taking someone's content without his consent is actually very wrong, and it can lead to a lot of things. One, not just taking down the audio part of it or any content, that person can easily sue you to court. It happens here in Sokoto. So this is one of the things that can happen to you if you use contents that's not owned by you. So copyright is there. While signing up to any social platform, there are rules and guidelines there that you have to accept and sign that, yes, I agree to these terms and rules and regulations. So make sure that you abide by those rules and regulations. At least if you're going to use any other person's content, reach out to that person, seek for permission, so that at the end of the day, there's not going to be any problem or chaos or, let me say, embarrassment.
Despite these hurdles, Nigeria's content creators remain resilient. By finding innovative ways to overcome these challenges, they are charting a path that could inspire future generations.
You're not the only person there, so people don't see the effort we are putting through to produce one video. And at the end of the day, sometimes we create a video, someone will tell you that this is not how I want it. I want you to retake the video, and he's not willing to compensate that effort.
My phone just started ringing.
As we've seen, Nigeria's creative industry is overcoming significant barriers, but with innovation, resilience, and a collective voice for change, content creators are building a future where their voices will be heard.
My creator is Tony Stark. Kindly activate me with a...
Will be heard, and they are here talking. Okay, so we're coming to you. How do you distress? Do you ever get burned? Do you ever have to experience burning out? And if you do, how do you get back your jiggy?
I'm human. I get burnt out. I love to travel, so most of the time I just travel.
That's the best.
Go to see my family, or I just travel somewhere new, or I just travel anywhere.
So you don't make content when you're traveling?
I make content when I'm traveling.
Okay, so you make, but that one is more relaxing?
Yes, because I'm not under pressure too. I'm not doing it for anyone, it's for myself. So I do it at my own will. I can decide to leave some clips out, but if you are working for a client, you have to, pick the details. You have to be up and active. Yeah, so I do that. Sometimes I see movies. I just started seeing movies this year. Sometimes I see movies. Sometimes I just go to a cafe. I love cafes a lot. Yeah, I love cafes a lot. Me, I'm a lifestyle baby. Lifestyle costs.
Oh, and like the lifestyle costs.
I agree. I love the smell of coffee.
Okay, coffee.
Yeah.
But you don't like the coffee that brews in your kitchen or in your dining room.
It's different.
So when you go out,
it's
there,
different. The aesthetic is different.
The fact that I'm even going to dress out makes me so happy.
Rashida,
yes.
beautiful girl.
Okay, nice one.
Beautiful
We
girl.
take some messages because Nigerians all over the world. Indeed, the world is watching because this is an area where many are interested in being a part of. First thing first, you didn't tell us your name. You said, "Hello, guys. Well done."
Thank you.
Said, "I'm happy just watching you."
Thank
Okay,
you.
someone says, "Good morning, NTA. I have questions for the content creators. Like, I'm on Facebook. Is it possible to get a boost just by getting more followers, and how?" Let me start with you.
Sorry, could you repeat
So
that,
each person will
please?
say, they say, "Hello, good morning, NTA. I have questions for the content creators. I want to get a boost. Is it possible to get a boost using my Facebook page? And is it a good idea to get more followers, and how?"
Facebook.
Will you get a boost when you increase your followers, and how will I increase my followers on my Facebook page?
First thing I would love to ask is, what type of content are you putting out?
Exactly.
You have to know the type of content you're putting out. Like I said, I'm putting out things that concerns my work. So what type of content is the person trying to put out? That's when I can give like a proper response. Oh,
Okay.
you guys can help me out.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go general, for
Yeah,
example, how to boost your page and if you can earn just by having an
Like you
increased
said,
followership.
I'm not really conversant with Facebook, but I know that if you get to 5,000 followers, they start paying you. Also, if you are creating content, like she said, you have to know what you are creating. Are they appealing? Are they visually appealing? Let's not lie. Everybody loves what is beautiful.
Yeah.
Personally, if I see content that are not fine, I just scroll past. I'm all for the luxury, beautiful. When Chipsy travels abroad, I'm always glued. I'm always glued to it.
Soft life, girl.
Yes, I love to see that. So that works. Also, you can do ads. They can do ads with their content, but it starts from the content creation, content creating good, appealing content. Yes.
Okay. You see people like Mr. Funny who wear one blue shirt the whole year. Mr.
Sabino. Now that's a funny. That's
the resolution is good.
Beautiful,
the content is
beautiful.
The quality
but before he
is good.
got there, because for him to release one video, I'm sure he spends a lot of money. But before he got there, he started little. But he was giving us comedy.
Yeah.
So you have to know what you're putting out.
And he said it took a long time, that it took him Davido hopping on his brand. Davido took one of his videos and posted it on all his handles. And he said within 24 hours, his followership, it didn't quadruple. He said he hit 1 million. So having this major influencers sometimes, you know, latching onto us,
but
or showing that
your content must be good for
that's what I'm saying. It's still because sometimes you are good, but the journey can be long, can be very long and daunting, and maybe some people could even get discouraged.
Okay, let me add something to that.
Can I take two more messages?
You don't have
Can I take two more? Okay, someone says that content creation in Nigeria, they're really doing well. I don't know if they were watching other people before they started.
Yes,
or is it just their own thing that they are doing?
So
let me just take one more. Someone says, I heard about monetization, talking about content creation. How can that happen? How do I get paid if I want to start doing content creation? So we can just put all this together.
Let me speak to all of them. Let me start from the Facebook one. So what I would advise, first of all, as a social media manager, don't buy followers. Instagram will come for you maybe 2-3 years later. Instagram started doing this thing to Nigerians where they are taking down a lot of Nigerian brands, both on Facebook and on Instagram. And a few people don't know that they did something to their page that Instagram ignored for a very long time, but with their consistent update, it doesn't permit what you did 2 years ago, so your account is going.
What do you mean buy followers? How do people buy followers?
I don't know how people buy followers, but I've seen people do it. I've seen pages.
And there are those that have that's their business.
Yes.
They buy followers, they buy likes, they buy
2 million followers.
Yes.
They buy Nigerian followers.
Yes, I'm not trying to ruin anybody's business, but I'm just saying that Instagram will see this thing based on their algorithm because they update their functions, right? And when they see it takes your account down, right? They take your account down, and many people are suffering that. So what I would advise is do great content, sponsor it, spend your money on sponsored content. I handle a page, a fashion brand that she spent a lot of money for sponsored ads, and right now we post once in 2 weeks, but it goes very far and we always have DMs. Why? When I started, she was like, are you mad? Why would you be asking me for 40,000 naira for one ad? she usually asks me that, like, that's too much. But right now, we don't need to run ad. I post once or twice a week, and my post goes far. That's one. Two, monetization, you just need to be consistent. Yes, you can now monetize Facebook and Instagram, but just stay consistent first. When you hit the mark, they will tell you can monetize. My Instagram is now monetized, but when I still know they give me money for Instagram. Instagram is monetized. If you see a reel, click on the gift box and send me money. Thank you. That's how it starts. When you start paying me, God will do it for you. So I can't remember the other question. But yes, I've spoken to those two.
There'll be more. There'll be more.
Okay. So, oh goodness, I was looking at you and I was carried away. I mean, give him a gift. Can you imagine? Anyway, it's time for our final break. We are here. It's content creation. Don't go away.
We're wrapping up our convo. Okay, let me start with you, Nestor, the God class. 30 seconds. Wrap up our convo today.
Okay, not done this before. So today was an amazing day for me, and I mean, I got to meet Chipsy Kitchen. I've known Rashida online, but we actually just followed ourselves here in the studio.
Oh, no.
Yes, and then I met the amazing host. Sorry, I can't remember their names. But
Patience and Thelma.
Yes, Miss Patience and Thelma. Thank you. Thank you very much. This was an amazing time. Thank you for the invite, and hope to do this again sometime when we're
will
there.
Definitely bring you
But wait,
forward.
there's something I can't forget to say. NTA, give us our money.
It was such an honor. Thank you to the watchers, the host. Thank you so much, the audience. I'm so happy to meet Aunt Chipsy here. She's my client, one of my very top clients. I love her so much. She gives me goodies too.
Money.
And I met next door, the God class.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was nice having me. Thank you so much.
It's amazing. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me here, and it just shows that whatever I'm doing, you guys recognize this, and that's why you invited us here. So it's an honor to be seated here, and thank you to all those who I've been getting messages or we're watching you online and all of that. So thank you to all of you too, and we hope to do this again sometime. And I would leave with this word, because I know you've been asking us a lot of questions behind the scene. For all those who really want to get into this, whatever profession you're doing and you want to make content, just take it one step at a time. Don't rush yourself. Don't be desperate. It will come. Everything will fall into place just with time. And always pray.
Yes.
Pray.
Don't go alone. Take God with you.
Be consistent. Pray. We are here NTA for you all the time. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye and God bless.
Bye. God bless Nigeria and our content creators.